YouTube trying it right now. They're trying it, y'all. I'm trying to get a message out, and they trying it. Oh, bear with us, sister, y'all. Bear with a sister, okay? All right. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes because I know ain't nobody on here. But I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes. Sip my tea. Okay. So it's been heavy on my spirit to do a video like this for quite some time now. And I was like, ignoring the messages that I was getting. I do that a lot regarding religious, beliefs and spirituality versus tarot. I'm sure if it's some people that read, they basically know that there's a struggle that happens when you start to read. If you have a religious belief, you kind of like, if you're Christian, like I'm a Christian, I consider myself a Christian. I'll be an eclectic Christian, let's say that, because I have a lot of different beliefs. All of them are kind of like based off of being a Christian, but at the same time, it's like, I'm aware that you can, the relationship with God is that you have, or your universe, whatever it is that you want to call it, is more important out of everything. So the religion is man-made. Salvation is God-given. That's the way I feel for one. People who are gifted in this field have many different ways of getting messages to deliver to people. Okay? So basically, I started answering my call very, recently. It's not even a year yet, or almost a year, but it's not a year yet. And during a reading, I've been getting messages from Spirit or people who are no longer here, since I was about 5, okay? I have been walking around ignoring them, acting like I don't hear what's being told to me, not following my intuition and things like that. And it wasn't until I was made to listen, upon the passing of my grandmother, and like panic attacks and things that are bothering me and all kinds of things, like really just stressing me out, because I'm like, why is all of this happening? Why am I feeling this way? Because basically, which I was informed when my grandmother was still here, that I was going to have to listen to whatever it was I was called to do. So, I basically had an awakening, basically. It's something that, is deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel, it's almost like you speak things, and in my religion, I'm not even gonna keep saying the Bible and all that, because I'm not a Bible pusher. I know the Bible front to back, honey. I've read it. I went to vacation Bible school. I went to church every Sunday. I went to church on Wednesday, and I did choir rehearsal on Friday. Okay, I know what's in the Bible, but I'm not even gonna go there. I just firmly believe, for my own purposes, because I know the power of whom I believe in, right? So the power of life and death is in the tongue, okay? But upon you having an awakening, it's like you speak it and it happens. And it's like the scariest thing. So, like I said, for a little while I've been instructed to do this video to let everybody know that not everybody that does tarot does spells and witchcraft and things like that. I'm not knocking anybody that does. I mean, I feel like, a lot of the prayers that are said, are spells. When you bind up, evil spirits and things like that, that's, basically you binding something up and sending it back from where it came from. I feel like a lot of times, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, Christians put a different name on something to make it okay, you know, and then that's it. Okay, so prime example, prophets, psychics, same thing. You know why? Prophets telling you what's going to happen in the future, but psychics can't tell you what's going to happen in the future. How is that the case? Or they'll be like, oh, you can't do now. I'm not, like I said, I don't do any spells. I don't do it. That's not my ministry. Okay. But they'll say something about people being Wiccas or witches or whatever you want to call it. Because it's white lighters, like with everything. There's a dark side and a light side. Okay. It depends on your intention and which side you're on. That is going to be the deciding factor in what it is that you have to deal with spiritually. Okay. Now, people will be like, oh, don't, witches don't do spells. They shouldn't do spells. That's not good. But the book of Psalms, I encourage anybody that wants to know something, read the book of Psalms. Read the book of Psalms. Okay? There are so many different things that they're so similar, but so different at the same time. Okay? And if you can get mixed up, it's very easy for it to turn dark for you real quick. Only because, you know, you have to be strong in what your faith is and what you believe in and things like that. Okay? If you're doing low vibrational and dark things, trying to get some man or trying to get some woman, and you just like, okay, I'm gonna do a spell because I want to bind this person to me, and you don't know what you assign into your life, then that's pretty much what's gonna happen. So basically, in this line of work, you get confirmation, right? You be thinking, you don't listen to I'm sorry, this is my grandmother's handkerchief she made for me, and she prayed over it. So I'm going to need this right now because I want to make sure that I'm getting the message over the way it needs to be. Okay. So last night, matter of fact, Saturday night, I was supposed to do this video. Saturday night, I was supposed to do this video, and I was like, I'm not feeling any good energy. I'm tired. I just got in the house. I was like, I'm going to sleep. I usually don't do readings on Sunday, and I don't do recordings on Sunday. Okay, for my purposes, for my spiritual purpose. That's my replenish day, right? So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it Sunday. I'm walking around all day. I keep hearing from spirit, like, okay, you're supposed to do the video. What's going on? You didn't do the video. You didn't do the video. You didn't do the video. You don't do, because that's how it goes. It's like right up in your face all day until you do what you're told. Like, it's really stressful if you don't, right? So I go to sleep, and not even really go to sleep. I'm just in the bed chilling. I see a live from one of the readers that I watch that I know is also a Christian. I watch like-minded individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to watch those people. Like, I'm not going to necessarily watch something with spell binding and stuff like that because I don't do those. I mean, I have people that I watch, but, I like crystals, obviously. I like, I meditate and different things like that. So when it comes to that, fine. I'm not going to look up on YouTube how to make a spell because that's just not my thing. Okay? I pray. And that's about it. So basically, I was supposed to do the video. I didn't do the video. Didn't listen or whatever. Somebody comes on YouTube that I watch and says that she will no longer be using tarot because she feels personally that it's against God, right? And she was saying that basically she had a spiritual attack. I'm not going to say the name. She had a spiritual attack because she was not doing what's right. Then she mentioned something about spells and all this other stuff, and she had a spiritual attack. First of all, anytime you are gifted like this, in general, you're always like a bullseye for an attack, point blank and period. I will tell. You could probably ask a couple pastors or whatever have you, people that are in church that are like leaders of the church. They have spiritual attacks because the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. If that's what he want to do, or he feels like there's a little crack in the window or the door, he's gonna come in. So the spiritual attack has nothing to do with the paper that the cards are printed on. What she did say though was that she stopped praying. She was going further and further away from what she was called to do. Again, that's something that she got to take up with her God, okay? Because I'm making my business, okay? I'm gonna pray. I pray before every reading. Whatever it is that I'm doing as far as my eclectic cleansing and stuff, is still, I'm talking to the same. Now, anybody else, like I said, make no mistake. If you're not a Christian, nobody's knocking you. That's your business. But for me, okay, I believe in God. And there's a lot of things, as we continue the Toya Talks, you will understand that there's a lot of things that have happened where it's like, no, I have no choice but to believe that there's a God, okay? So if you don't believe one, that's fine. If you want to know my story, you stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe on this video. I appreciate the support. And I don't have that many followers right now. But at this stage in the game, I have to get the message out. Because Spirit not going to be running around chasing me, stressing me out. I don't want no more panic attacks. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, those things, that was her experience. And that's what she feels is going to stop the attacks from happening, right? Now, she then goes on to say she's going to continue reading. She's just not using tarot. Then she says she's using message cards, which are oracle cards, which is fine. I mean, I use them myself. I don't really use tarot either. I use like one or two to clarify what it is that I'm telling the person, or what it is that the message that I need to get to the person. That's, other than that, I'm not worshiping no cards. I ain't worshiping no other gods. I'm not sitting over here making no spells or whatever, no witch's pot or whatever. I don't really, first of all, that's, like I said, that's not my ministry. I don't judge anybody, because guess what? Nobody actually knows what, it is that God wants. He just wants you to seek his face, point blank and period. Now, how you get there, that's your business. That's between you and him. But again, you're supposed to make sure you stay connected spiritually to what you feel like is your maker, or the governor of your life. You're supposed to stay. That's your job, period. Okay? Paper, and a lot of people like, oh, the cards. No. Listen, the cards are messengers. They just soak up the energy of the person that you're reading and give them some advice. I have never done a reading where they tell somebody, oh, yeah, 2 years straight, this is what you're going to get. You're going to do this 3 years and this, that, and that. It doesn't. It always comes out with the advice for the person. Everybody has free will, okay? These cards ain't making nobody do nothing. And if you're smart, you're not gonna pray to the cards. You understand? I ask for messages through the cards because it's paper. Okay? Now, as far as me, when I'm putting the cards out and all of that, I'm not getting the messages necessarily even from the cards. I'm hearing what I need to hear. I have clairaudience. Okay? So I'll hear what I need to hear. And it's just their way of putting it in a visual manner for me, because I'm sorry. Some people can handle seeing people that's not here no more talking to them. That ain't my ministry. Because what? I don't want to see you now. I can hear you all day. And if, by all means, if you want to come to me with a different voice, do that. I'll know who you are. But again, I ask for protection. I'm very well protected. I pray over myself, and I pray over the people that I'm reading also. Man, people be letting people come drop off stuff and leave it, and then they wonder why they fighting. I just want to, I don't judge anybody. Okay, let's get that straight. If she feels like for her spiritual health and cleanliness that she don't want to use the tarot and she feel like it's wrong for her and that it's going to land her in a hot place, okay, by all means, do whatever your spirit calls to do. Do whatever your spirit calls to do. However, like, you're still a messenger and you're called to do that, period. You understand? She's talking about she's still going to do the readings, which I'm, okay. You using the oracle card still. Okay. You don't want to use tarot to clarify. You feel like your messages are stronger without, absolutely fine. Whatever method you use, that's your business. Some people use different things. Not everybody uses tarot that has this gift. But for her to feel like it's against God, but you being a psychic isn't. And they tell you that that's the case. Somebody said to me, I remember when I first told my mother that I started readings or whatever. She was like, "Oh, you're not gonna be sacrificing no chickens, are you?" And this and the third. I'm like, what? It's so messed up how ignorant people are. Why is it as soon as I say I'm reading and that I do use tarot to help me with my messages, right? Why is it the first thing you think I'm doing is out here with, frog's legs and damn spider juice and, like, I don't know what anybody uses for their witches and all of that, their Wicca and everything. Like I said, I don't knock it. My spirit not comfortable with something, I'm out. Period. I don't care, if it's not comfortable in the church, like a Christian church, I'm out. You know? It's just a matter of what sits well with you. Now, I mean, if she's called to be a messenger, it's like it's not gonna matter that she's not using the cards. If she's not doing what she's called to do and she's not, making sure her spirit is good as far as what she believes in and things like that, she's still gonna go through the same thing. But the spiritual attack is just an indication that she's right there where she needs to be. But not everybody is strong enough to be like, oh, I'm gonna push through this. I understand, or maybe she's not getting the messages. Like, it's just an attack. You're not strong enough to bind up whatever it is that's coming your way. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay, now that's the religion part. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. That's me. You don't believe in him, that's fine. But please understand, I ain't about the dark stuff. I'm not about the low vibrational stuff. Don't come over here talking about, oh, I want my man, this, that, and that. I'm not doing it. I'm not reading you. I will send you the other way. Okay? But that's for me and my preference. There are a bajillion other readers that be messing with the foolery. Go be with them. Go talk to them. But if you want somebody that just really, really just cares about, you know, your well-being, I'm instructed to go where nobody will go and tell people, that God is good. So nobody's here, and apparently everybody running. So that is what it is. But as far as the spirituality part, I'm very spiritual. I'm not in church every Sunday right now. You know, I had a pastor that my pastor, God rest his soul. He's gone now, but his son is taking over, and I ain't with it. I'm just not. So I'm not going there. But I mean, I'm not against going to church, and you know, I just want to find a home that's comfortable for me, where there's not that much judgment, where the focus is love and God and things that I like to hear. It's a lot of low vibrational stuff going on everywhere, man. Everywhere, but we all know that. Because I hear a lot of people talking about how they don't want to go to church. And, that's not even here nor there. Your job is to make sure your spirituality is covered. Your relationship with your God or the universe or whatever, whoever it is you decide to pray to, and whatever your, you know, religion is. It's all different for everybody. There's no right way to go about looking for, God. There's no right way to do that. Everybody think their way is right. Everybody, but you're not there. You're not gonna be. They're not gonna be at the pearly gates if you believe in heaven. They're not gonna be there. and they sure not gonna be at the high place if they could be in heaven. Like, all of this is basically you just gotta stay connected to yourself and to your higher power. At the end of the day, I'm very spiritual. I got certain things I pull from Catholicism, Native American religion. Some is Catholic, some Native American, some is Christian. I'm all over the place when it comes to that. But it's whatever resonates with my spirit and what makes me feel comfortable and like I'm being effective in my prayers and things like that. Okay. And that's what it's a personal relationship that you're, supposed to have. I'm just thankful for the fact that I was given that opportunity to have a conversation with my grandmother and my family. And she just said to make sure the most important thing is make sure you have a relationship with God, because that's what I believe in. So keep your relationship with God solid. You talk to Him. You go to Him. You ask Him. I asked. I prayed. I asked, and then I keep getting confirmation after confirmation. Okay, that girl making that video was confirmation last night that I was like, I have to do it. I got up this morning. I'm like, I have to do it, because at this point, you know, that's not everybody's point of view. You know what I'm saying? That's not everybody's point of view. And if that's what works for her, then that's fine. But it's a lot of things that people see. Child, y'all about to give me okay. So it's a lot of things that people are doing right now that if they are going off of the Bible and they only want to live their life off of the Bible, they are in direct violation all the time. Okay? 10 Commandments being broken all day long, every day. People dealing with somebody's wife, covering somebody's wife, being envious of people, jealous of people, wishing bad on them. People killing each other all the time. And then if you want to go there, because a lot of people think, okay, because my sin don't seem as bad. Yeah, no. Because my sin don't seem as bad. I'm just going to go ahead and be like, that's fine. And then just talk junk about the other people that do something that I don't do because I'm ignorant and I don't understand what it is that they're doing. And I don't care to understand. You're wearing two different fabrics. Right now, I got on cotton, and I don't even know what this is. Polyester, I don't know what it is. Some kind of blend. Okay? If I was Bible pumping, I'd be in direct violation. Shellfish, catfish, bottom feeder fish. Okay? This hair, cutting my hair. All of this stuff is in the Bible as at the time. At the time, that's exactly the way things were. Okay? The way things were. What? According to the people that wrote the Bible, because God didn't sit there with a pen like, oh yeah, let me just say this, that, and the third, and let me put this in the paper here, and this is what I want, and this, that, and the third. He didn't. Now, he probably called some people to write it. And Lord knows we don't know how many times it's been changed since then to be reflective of what people want you to do or how they want you to behave. This is why you have to make sure you have a good, close relationship with your higher power or with God or whatever it is that you believe in. Because if you don't, you're going to be listening to a whole bunch of nonsense, and all it is just boxing you in. You're a spiritual being, first and foremost, period. We got shell casings, bodies, but our spirit and our soul is what's going to live on, period. And if you don't do it right the first time, you coming back. You better hope it's not as a chicken or something like that, because you out of here. Soon as you start your new life, you're done. Because people killing the chickens and eating them, which they probably not supposed to do either, if you read about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like everything is for the time at that time. Right now, there is call for a different approach to spirituality and religion and things like that. It has to be a different approach because people are losing, souls and things like that. And it's just because of the judgment and all of the stuff that they're trying to like put you in this rigid box. But it is what it is. Like they're really losing a lot of people that probably are like the most gifted. Maybe they are prophets. Maybe this is just where they start at. With the cards and things like that. But if they are called to be that, it's nothing that you can say. No verse that you can pump at nobody. No judgment that you could pass on them that's gonna make them not be that. When God called you to do something, you could sit there with your free will all day long. Yes, He'll give you your option for your free will all day long. But you, at some point, you're gonna know that you're not doing what you're called to do. Point blank. So people running around here thinking they gonna, because somebody else judging them and Bible pumping and all of this other stuff. Like, do what you're called to do. Pay attention to yourself and your spirit. Listen, have discernment. Pray for discernment. And then do what you need to do for yourself to understand, so you could be, the more you pay attention to your calling and what your purpose is in life, the closer you get to God. How about that? They tell you your temple. They even in the Bible they tell you your body is your temple, meaning it's the encasement for your soul and your spirit. Because when you're not here no more, your soul leaves your body, and your body is in the ground, disintegrating and going back to where it came from, which is dust. Okay, so you worried about what these people on this here on this earth say about your religion and what you're called to do, and how how anointed you are or how gifted you are because of the name that you choose to put on your gift. In every religion, they got a different name for something. Okay, now tarot is not a religion. Anybody with any religion can read tarot if that's what they're drawn to do. Now, the intent behind it is then the intent behind it. That's what the issue will be. Okay? If you have bad intentions, what you're doing is gonna turn out to be something bad. If you have good intentions and you want to help people, like I feel like this is my way of helping people. you know, because a lot of people shun and turn their back on people. You know how many people I've read that just to stop praying, that by the time I was done reading them, they were like coming up to me. Oh, I started praying more. I started, getting in touch with my spiritual side again. And now the person that I, lost in my family or my family member, I had a dream about them. So they're having visitation spiritually from the people that are there, letting them know that they are still there. They're just not there physically anymore. Okay. So imagine if I was like, they using tarot. I'm not using tarot. This, that, and the third. That's the way I had to meet the person. So who are you to tell me the most effective way? See, that's what I'm saying. The tarot is a piece of paper. It's about the intention, the energy of the person, whether or not they're paying attention to low vibrational things. And if you know, it's people that are Wiccas and stuff like that that are not dark. I will say that 100%. People that are standing in their power and doing the spells or whatever have you, or praying, and doing something good for people and trying to help people. Now I know that that's a light worker, that there are light workers like that. Okay, I'm talking to the people that's doing low vibrational stuff, using tarot to like try to harm people, using spells to try to harm people, preying on people's downfall and stuff like that. That stuff will never be blessed. But again, that's not for you to condemn or anyone else to condemn. You do what you got to do. Stay in your lane. Do what is going to be resonated with your spirit. That's that. That's that. The intent behind it is what turns it bad. Okay. She was not the person that I'm speaking of that did the video. She just stopped praying. She stopped doing things in a way that would be conducive to what she believes. So she's going against her own beliefs. Now, you have 60,000, 80,000 followers though off of this card read. If you knew that that wasn't good for your spirit, or you didn't want to do it, you should not have started the channel from that. Because channeled messages, I see videos all the time with people channeling messages. A lot of Christians they don't believe in channeling either. But it's Native American. Shamans do it. When you get the Holy Spirit is speaking through you. See what I'm saying? Like, it's, you're like, come on. Like, let's not go there. Because I can go even more into some things, but I'm not even going to do it. All I'm saying is, make sure, if this is something that you are delving into, make sure your intent is pure. Okay? Make sure your intent is pure. Make sure you continue to pay attention to your spiritual side and to your higher self. And make sure you're trying to elevate and not lower yourself. Period. Understand that the tarot are just cards, paper. It's a message that it's helping you to get across. They're just used for that. People read books all day long. Now all of a sudden that's against God too, because you're reading a book and it's giving you some inspiration or giving you some advice on how to handle something. So now is that tarot too? These people get these self-help books and freaking go off on a tangent. Now they eating the wrong different shit. They doing different stuff. Like, wait, the only book you're supposed to be paying attention to is the Bible. Right? I'm just saying. Don't if that's what you're gonna do, then you need to stay away from all of it. Don't play no spades. That's cards. What now the card, the spades is telling you something, and now you just putting your self in that. Uh, they telling me you get the spades, you get a hand, and you gotta win a hand, right? So now is that fortune telling? Cause you about to win this hand. It just doesn't. It's not that it don't make any sense. It's not for me to make any sense of, because people need to, like, they gotta answer to whatever it is that they answer to. So it's not for me to understand. All I'm saying is, when it comes to me, you're like, come on. You're not just gonna tell me any old thing. If you don't believe in it, you don't want to watch it, keep it moving. That's it. That's it. If it doesn't resonate, I encourage everybody all day long. Somebody said to me one time, oh, I want to get a reading, but I'm not comfortable. I'm not sure if I just feel like I'm doing something wrong. If it doesn't resonate with your spirit, sweetheart, don't do it. Don't do it. First time I got a reading, I prayed. I was like, I didn't want to do it. I was like so scared. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know. I don't want to. Because of what I was taught, of my beliefs. You understand? I ignored my own gifts because of my beliefs. I was sitting over there driving myself crazy, acting like I don't hear messages. And then sometimes I would give them too. That's the thing. I would, if it was something like somebody was pregnant or something like that, I would tell the person, because it's good news. It's a good thing, right? But I wouldn't. I would just, other than that, that would be it. And they, oh my God, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Oh my God, this, that, and the third. I was only wrong maybe one time in like 3 years. But the thing is, you know, you just got to be careful with your intent. I'm just here to help people. I get it. You know what? I'm gonna start saying that it's advice recordings, okay, for the month of whatever, because that's what happens. Every time you read somebody, 9 times out of 10, they already know what the hell you tell. They know what you're telling them. They're not listening to their intuition. They're not listening. They ignoring it too. That's where I was, ignoring it. But guess what? I'm just a messenger. Don't kill a messenger. And my methods are not ill-gotten at all, because all I'm doing is looking at it and getting the messages that I need to get, the gift that I have. So I'm just paying attention. It's just helping me put it into a visual state so I can say it verbally, because sometimes, you can't, it'll be all over the place. Especially if you got messages for more than one person, and it's only one person sitting in front of you. How do you hone in on whatever it is that you have a message for? A lot of people don't believe in mediums. They feel some kind of way about mediums and this, that, and the third. Like, my thing is, like, don't question the gifts that God give people. You just worry about your own. Boo-boo. Go find your purpose and leave everybody else's alone. People be like, oh my God, what do you do when people say stuff to you about you? I'd be like, okay. They'd be like, oh, you better stop reading, doing them readings and this and that. I'll stop when you stop going to the prophet. Because I don't see you not, I ain't going to no prophet. No, honey, you found out the prophet there. You at the church with your best hat on. Every messengers come, God put messengers all over the world in different forms. So many different forms. So many different forms. That's what you need to understand. Don't question it. Just go with what resonates with your spirit. If you want to go see that prophet and that's where you feel comfortable getting the messages that you getting for your future, go there. If you want to go to a reading and somebody reading tarot or whatever have you, and you want to sit with this person and that person don't mess with your spirit, like that's what you need to pay attention to at all times, where your spirit is, how your spirit feels. Okay, so if this person ain't messing with your spirit, by them being in your presence, life is about energy. Everybody has energy around them. Everybody, you can feel. Most people have empathic abilities, but they sit over there and act like they don't know. You knew Jumbo wasn't shit. You knew it. You knew he was lying. You knew that girl wasn't your friend. You knew all of that. But you don't listen to yourself. That's why they have people like me and other messengers that tell you what you already know, because you don't want to listen to yourself because you're hard-headed. Like I said, don't kill a messenger, honey. Don't kill a messenger. We all have gifts. It depends. It's just how we choose to use them. Or maybe some gifts aren't spiritual. Some gifts could be painting. Now imagine if somebody said to you, you know what? You better stop painting that picture. You know it's a gift. You're not supposed to paint that picture. People have visions for their life all the time. Imagine if somebody said, yo, you can't go follow your vision because you know that's that psychic stuff. Meanwhile, everybody that did get a vision and followed it, I bet you they're fruitful. Don't use the gift when you feel like it's comfortable for you, because eventually you're going to have to use the gift for what it's called for, and that's helping people at the end of the day. At the end of the day. So, I don't know. That's all I got to say for now, sister. And brothers, whoever is watching this, subscribers, love all of you guys. But I just had to do my little tidbit. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below. Let me know how you feel. You know, even if you have another subject that you would like, you know, for us to talk about and things like that. Put it in the comments. Let us sister know. I'm here for it. But that's the first thing I wanted to talk on, because I'm tired of people judging me. It's my gift. Period. And now I'm gonna walk in it because I'm called to do so. So I ain't worried about whether or not it sits right with you, because it needs to sit right with me, and I need to know that I did whatever I was called to do. You know, before the curtains close on me. So anybody that's struggling with that, and whatever it is that don't sit right with your spirit, don't do it. Point blank. Period. And always continue to pray, meditate, do whatever it is that you need to do to connect to your higher self and you know, your God, and whatever it is, do what you need to do. Don't stop doing that simply because of some outside worldly influence like cards. I don't even know how y'all do it anyway, because the sister, I be asleep, knocked out. Do you hear me? Knocked out. And I will wake up out of nowhere and can't go back to sleep until I pray or do something, or read, or whatever it is that I need to do. I don't get no rest. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do, just like just now, I got up at 7 something this morning. No, it was 6 something this morning. Because I didn't do what I was told to do last night. I'd probably still be sleeping right now if I had done what I was supposed to do. But I don't know about y'all, but I don't want that whooping. If I don't listen, it'd be a problem. To whom much is given, much is required. So now I got some things that's required of me now. Girl, I don't want that whipping. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I hope this reached somebody, child. I really hope it reached somebody. I don't care. I got like 70 followers. Hey, y'all. And if I have more than that, then that's wonderful too. And if nobody even sees this and one person got a message from it, that's all I care about. But I rest easy making my statements and letting it be known the message that's placed on my heart. Like, I rest easy that way. That's cool with me. You know, I'm trying to sleep till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I hope I don't get, like, I just be like, oh my goodness. Like, it's a lot. It is a lot for anybody. And you're going to be under attack in so many different ways. And it's hard sometimes to continue to go in the direction of your calling because of all the spiritual attacks and the stress and the fact that empaths could, like, soak up somebody else's negative energy. I can feel when people sad around me or depressed or people that I love or care about. I can feel that stuff. Don't nobody want to. I be going on about my day. La 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 la. Everything's fine, and then boom, I'm sad. Why am I sad? Now I'm learning that I need to pay attention to the people around me or ask, how you feeling, or is everything okay? Or the first person that God put on my mind, that's the person that, I'm feeling it for. That's what I'm learning. Especially now, if I was just sad before that, then fine. But after that, if I was fine, and then all of a sudden I'm sad, I'm like, okay, I know what's up. So that's the only thing. Like, that's all I'm saying to people. Like, go where your spirit sings at, honey. I'm so like, I pray for that girl that she was. I mean, she was crying by the end of it and everything, and her spirit was really conflicted or convicted by it. I don't know if that was the case or if she was just scared because of the attack. You know, you never know. But it's like, even just before I recorded this video, I prayed, I saged, I lit my candles, I asked for protection and things like that. You have to be mindful of that. Don't just be out here all willy nilly doing stuff because, like I said, where there's good, there's evil. And it's right there, just waiting for a moment to get in and do some BS to you or stress you out or make you run from your call or from your purpose or messing you up with being effective for that reason. So just be careful. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope it was some messages that you could get off of there. I'm gonna like go back to the drawing board. This is my first video for this. Um, Normally I just try to do my little readings every month, but right now I'm just gonna start whenever I get a subject or a message that I need to put out there. It will be out there. So hopefully you guys watch it and it resonates with you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support. Please like, share, and subscribe on this video. And that's about it. Peace.